Hi guys, welcome to another week of what I cook and eat in a week. Today I'm really craving Hong Shao Yu, which is a classic Chinese style braised fish, simmered in soy sauce, aromatics, and just a touch of sweetness. It's not very common here to see a dish cooked with the entire fish, bones and all. But as a Chinese kid, this is exactly how we grow up eating fish. Every Chinese child has at least once gotten a tiny fish bone stuck in their throat. And we all learned how to pick out the bones at a pretty young age. This is actually my second time making this dish, and I think I'm getting pretty good at it. So all you have to do is slightly pan fry the fish on both sides. Then add garlic, green onion, ginger, and a bit of hot pepper. For seasoning, I like to use a scoop of spicy greens paste, about 3 tablespoons soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Then pour in some beer. This not only helps remove any fishy smell, but also tenderize the meat and add a really nice depth of flavor. Let it cook for about 8 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm also making a really easy air fry steak because my husband's not really a fish guy. After 8 minutes, I add in some tofu and cook for another 5 minutes. The tofu soaks up all that rich sauce, so flavorful and delicious. And now we're done. Just top it with some more green onion and red pepper, and it's ready to serve. None of our plate are big enough for this fish, so we are serving it straight out of the pot. It turns out so good, and I'm glad I made the steak because my husband barely touched the fish, which means yes, I ended up finishing most of it myself. Today's craving is Korean barbecue, but instead of eating out, we are making it at home and pair it with some tofu soup. Ever since I started cooking more at home, I realized that most of these dishes are actually pretty easy to make, especially with all the recipes and tutorials we have access nowadays. I know it's tempting to go for takeout because it feels faster, but if you're thinking about the time spent driving to pick it up or waiting in drive-thru, sometimes it's actually quicker to just cook at home, especially if you prepare the ingredients ahead of time. And with the crazy inflation right now, it's also much easier on your wallet. What about you? Are you more of a takeout person or do you like cooking at home? Today's grocery day. I went to Costco, which means it's time to portion things out. I try to do this as soon as I get home or at least the same day, especially with meat. There was one time I got lazy and just shoved the whole pack in the fridge. After 2 days, I had this sour smell and I have to throw everything away. So now I always portion the meat into smaller packs and store them in the freezer. This stir-fried veggie mix is my new favorite Costco find. It's such a good blend of veggies, and I usually just toss it into air fryer for 10 minutes. It comes out really tasty. Since it comes in a large bag, I portion it into smaller freezer bags. And I usually wash and reuse these bags at least 3 times, so it's not wasteful. I even wash out the original big bag and put all the smaller ones back inside. That way it stands upright in the freezer and it's super easy to access. And now it's time to cook. Today's menu is burger and fries.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house. I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. I know the hour's getting late. I shouldn't sit here and contemplate. I just can't stop thinking about it. I won't forget a single thing, from drunken nights to Sunday morning. How you smile.
要你没有你，那我们只能再换一个方。
I'm making my favorite rice dish today. But first, let's refill the rice container. I like to make my own rice mix at home. Usually start with brown rice as the base, then add in about 2 cups of white rice, 3 cups of millet, and 5 cups of quinoa. But since I'm out of quinoa today, I'm swapping it with oats instead. This mix is not only healthy, but it's also chewy and still gives you that satisfying, delicious rice taste. Today we're making Loco Moco. I found this recipe on RedNote and fell in love with it after the very first try. Now, after making it several times, I think I finally perfected my version. I don't think this is the traditional way of making Loco Moco. It's much easier and it tastes super delicious. You definitely have to try it. First, cook the meat patties and season them with black pepper and garlic powder. Let them cook for about 5 minutes on each side. In the meantime, we can prepare our flavorful gravy mix. You will need 1 whole container of Trader Joe's beef broth, or about 2 cups if you are using another brand. Make sure to use a large bowl or measure cup for this. Add in 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, and a generous amount of black pepper, and 2 tablespoons of flour. Don't skip the flour because that's what makes the gravy thick and tasty. In the pan, sauté some sliced onion and mushroom until golden brown. Then pour in your gravy and bring it to a boil. And just like that, the gravy is done. Now it's time to assemble. Start with rice, add your meat patty, top it with a fried egg, and drizzle that rich gravy all over. We also paired it with a bowl of salad, and my husband came home with a box of barbecue ribs, so we ended up having a huge feast. But honestly, how can the ribs compare to my Loco Moco? Needless to say, we have plenty of leftovers of that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next week. Bye!